I got hairy legs that
Okay.
turn blonde in the sun. And the kids
Okay.
used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair
What?
come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids
What?
jumping on my lap.
What?
And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. And I
No.
tell you what.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Now listen, folks, we're not like those other networks. We don't just show you a 6-second clip and scream, racism. No. We're going to do something dangerously close to journalism. Warning, this clip could contain actual journalism. If you are allergic to actual journalism, please consult your doctor. We're going to watch the entire clip, all of it start to finish. Don't worry, it's not too long. And we'll ask the important questions like, was this just another Biden brain blip? Or was Ulf Scranton Joe actually auditioning for 1963 Alabama? So stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll either be very offended, enlightened, or slightly more virtuous than before. This is an FBN Virtue Report. This FBN Virtue Report is not brought to you by Raytheon.
Saw that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of Delaware.
Okay, so he's on the campaign trail. I believe this is prior to the 2020 election. He's doing his typical pandering to the African-American community, doing his Scranton Joe thing. He gets into his very odd, but this is around the time of the corn pop speech, or this is the same speech, I believe, maybe. But yeah, we're going to look at this in full context. It's just so bizarre. So let's just see if there's what exactly he says, the context he says it in, and exactly what he could have possibly meant.
Everything about. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch.
Okay, so he's referring to how the kids, you know, of course, keep in mind, he's pandering to how he was always around black kids. That's what he's doing. He's surrounding black kids, and he's pandering to this, and it's probably pretty obvious, but that's the scene here, folks. That's what he's doing, right? Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm off base here. Please, I'm serious. I'm not being, you know, trying to start an argument or a fight or anything. I'm trying to understand this in context, right? This is what we do that's different than the other side, context. The difference is we want truth. The other side doesn't want truth. They really don't. They want to be right. They don't want truth. So
watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. And I tell you what.
I mean, there's a chance that what he means is trying to be objective here, people. I'm reaching here. I'm reaching. There's a chance that what he means is, with the Roaches comment, is that same summer he learned about how roaches are like have hair on their legs like he does.
What? And it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun.
Is he saying that his legs turn blonde like a roach?
And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. And I tell you what, The man.
It just, in context, it just really sounds like he's referring to them, the kids, as roaches, and we know he's talking about black kids. It just really sounds like that. And maybe I'm the dumbest person in the world, because it seems to me that if that's what he's even slightly saying, then why didn't this go completely nuclear? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Orange Man said that? Oh my.
Men, they're now all men, the guys I work with down here, and they're all guys at the time. They're all good men. Most of them made an awful lot of themselves.
Okay, you see how he brings it in to clarify. He is talking about black folks, because he's doing his pandering now about how those men and they are good men, which is, if I would, that sounds racist to me, because he's doing his pandering in itself is racist, folks. The pandering in itself is racist. But I mean, even though they're black, even though they're good men, I'm telling you, yeah, they're black. But they are good men. Even though, and despite them being black, they are good men. That's what he's saying.
And Earl Larkin had a rough time. And some of you knew Earl. I came back as a public defender.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, we watched the whole segment. We have a reasonable idea of the context. Was it a gaffe? Was it something more? Or was it just Joe being Joe? Well, I've said my piece, but now I want to hear your take. Drop it in the comments. And hey, if you appreciate this rare form of dangerously objective journalism on a totally real network in a totally real studio, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because good people watch mainstream networks like FBN. I'm AZ, and this has been another FBN Virtue Report.